How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I'm using that cactus light a lot. I actually left it on last night. Batteries were almost dying, so it was fairly dim. Nice little ambiance as you were falling asleep. I mean, if you like the glow of green LED while you're falling asleep. Yeah, I had to change the batteries up. Loving that thing. Thank you again, Lindsay. I appreciate that. And I didn't even realize until I was setting up for that shot to get the cactus light that the Starlink router has fallen off the wall. I was in bed last night and I heard this like thump noise, but I thought it was just something like falling off the driver's seat or maybe somebody jumping down off the dash, but no. Turns out, let's move this guy for a second. Yeah, it was the router fell off the wall. So for the first time on the Van Life Plus channel, alien tape has failed me. Well, the alien tape is still on the wall, but you know what? Yes, it has failed me, but this thing is rather heavy, especially when you get the wires wrapped up on it. The piece of alien tape you can see is right there. And it looks like, yeah, I only used one piece to mount that sucker up there. So we're gonna have to throw another piece up there. And I'm thinking 2 pieces should probably do it. That one piece has been doing work, if that is the case. This is the first time it's fallen off the wall since I put it up there. And I've been driving lucky all over the place since then. So one more piece ought to do it. But before that, something a little bit more important. Yeah. Is it time? Is it time once again? Oh, yeah? No. Look at these. Oh, I'm coming for you. But these are killers right now. Should we show them? I think we need to. Oh, yeah. So come over here to our eclectic collection of nonsense on the pegboard. You're gonna get these. Yeah, come here. You know. Shocking. Yeah. I know you're full of meat pucks. I'm gonna be careful here. I'm also wearing my Banff t-shirt. It's probably not a smart t-shirt to wear with what we are trying to currently accomplish. So, let's see. Oh, I know. It's okay. I know you don't like to sit on your bum, do you? But let's just see how bad these are. Okay, let me see, Penny. I know. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Look at these. Look at those. Actually, they have definitely been worse. That is for sure. But yeah, I know. But these little suckers are sharp when you're jumping up. We got your back ones the other night. Those are way easier to do than your fronts when you're sitting like this. But now we got to get your front paws done so you're not scratching people up like me, or more importantly, the Pirate Princess. And of course, there's only one way to do that around here. I know. You ready? Don't worry. You get treats afterwards. I get squat. There's one. Should have brushed your neck first, Penny. All right, one more. Your ears in the way. There you go. You're all done. You're all done. Immediately to her scratcher. So violated. Give me back my weapons. How else am I supposed to defend myself? Hey. Does that mean you want a treat now? I think you've earned it. I think you've earned it. Okay, so in here, let's grab. Ooh, you want a Lello one today? What's happened to my voice? My goodness. All right, we're gonna give this spoon one more crack. Let's see. People are saying that apparently this part needs to slide as well, but I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. I know. Give me 1 second. You know, I saw some people in my comment section saying that this ring here is the thing that's supposed to slide, which that doesn't really make much sense to me because it's like locked into position on the neck. I guess I could pry it off. Okay, and then what? Put it... It doesn't fit around the rest of the spoon though. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, wait, is there a place I can start it back here? No. Like this? Like it doesn't fit. There's no way this is supposed to slide. This gets locked up here to hold the top of the thing, right? And then this pushes it. Yeah, because this part does not slide. It is, this is narrower than this. So Penny, we're just gonna lock and load the way we, you know what, for today, we got a lot of stuff to do. Not really, but I got something I gotta take care of. So we are just going to not get that everywhere. We're just gonna do this old school. You gonna be okay with that today? Hi-ya! Here. Penny, where are you going? Here. Here's some of this. Ooh, good girl. That could have been disastrous if you had let that fall on, but you didn't. You're very good at your job. Good girl. Sorry for the assault on your nails. Oh, you just dropped! Yeah, see, if we were using the spoon, this wouldn't have happened. All right, under here, yes, there is our remaining roll of alien tape. See, it works well. It picks up your little wet wipes with ease. Quality content. Quality content. Actually, since I have this out, yeah, I'll add a strip to the Starlink as well. However, the magnets, a little like magnet tape that I bought for the bottom of the cactus, it kind of stinks. It's been coming off a lot. So I think what I'm going to do instead, I wonder if just this, see, I've got, it's very jank under here on the base. I've got these ridiculously like cut 3 strips of it. I wonder if I take these 2 long ones off, will just this one at the front be enough? No, I can't put it on the battery door if that's what you might be thinking, because the battery door is actually barely on there as it is. So it's how I tried this initially, discovered it did not work. Not enough grip on the battery door, but I'm wondering if just this one tab will hold. I think it will, honestly. Like, that's enough resistance. I say that now. No, I'm second guessing myself. 3 strips it is. And this should be easy enough to like modify. Just get a strip of alien tape here. Cut it. Then we want to cut it up the middle. Make it skinny. Slap this one on here. Sticky to sticky. And sticky to sticky. One, 2, wrong way. Oh, cactus almost down. Now once that cures up, those will definitely be good to go. The little alien tape backings on there. You just watching me so intently? You forgive me for the nail clipping? Yeah, you know what's in your best interest. Good girl. Was it back of your head wet? Never mind. I remember. And then, let's see how much. Oh, the whole cable's come off. That's right. Okay. So, let's just do it this way. Oh, this is a, hang on, I'm gonna need a minute. Okay, I got that sorted out, so that's there. So yeah, now I see why I only use 1 piece, because this width here on the back of the router is not too wide, but I should definitely be able to fit 2 pieces. I don't know if I'm gonna reuse this, just because, why, when I still have some? Apparently, according to Jackie in my comments, the easiest way to remove alien tape is to twist it off. Oh, well, that came right off. See? And now, if you were in sticks and bricks, actually this is still pretty sticky, but if you were in sticks and bricks, apparently if you wash this with like Dawn or whatever, and then let it dry, it'll bring back its tackiness, which I wholeheartedly believe, if it's anything like those sticky hands that Brooklyn has, that I also had when I was a kid. These, where are they? She actually has some right here. Yikes. But yeah.
Okay, here's a station just for you.
Every time. I don't want a station just for me. Listen, just because I graced you gently doesn't mean play music. Off. Bloody HomePod always do. Stop it! Anyway, sticky hands, wash them, make them sticky. Alien tape, wash them, make them sticky. And there we go. Now we got 2 pieces on there that should double our pleasure, double our fun, and it should hold this sucker up on the wall again. Now, hold it properly. Back up there. Yeah, I think there's mounting screws where you could actually like put screws in the wall and then mount this thing properly like that, but I've blown so many holes in the good ship Lucky over the years. And if you watched my last video, then you know I may or may not have to blow yet another hole in the roof soon, again for the Starlink. If you didn't see that video, make sure you're subscribed and you have notifications turned on so you never miss a Van Life Plus episode. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, that seems pretty solid. I'll get this cable wrapped up. And I just got to point out, it's actually sort of fitting that something called alien tape is being used to mount a Starlink. Full circle. Apologies, Penny. Working as fast as I can. All right, and there we go. There we go. Fountain back up. Or, I guess faucet, not really a fountain, right? And the cacti. All right, all things back where they should be. Oh, be careful. Oh, be careful. Don't wake her up. Don't wake her up. Actually, you know what? This thing keeps falling down too. And... huh! Ah, now try rolling around, you orange bitch. Ah. I was just trying to find a clean pair of socks for the day. And the only 3 pairs I have left right now are these like big, fuzzy ones. And if you didn't make note of that temperature at the beginning of the video, it's even higher now. It's 7 degrees Celsius outside in Calgary this morning, which is this in Fahrenheit. These socks are just a little bit too much, so I clearly need to do laundry. I do have a whole bunch of like really light socks, but they're buried in the back in one of those little zip containers, and they're mostly ankle socks, I think, for the summer, so they wouldn't be very comfortable in my Timberland boots. So I guess we're using the socks from yesterday. They're not the worst, but just to be on the safe side, that's better. For my feet anyway. Okay. Hashtag van life. But, so I do need to do laundry. I don't know if that's going to be a today thing because... I still have the bloody bus, and it's been sitting for a very long time for it. I mean, not like a ridiculously long time, but I'm all worried about it sitting still for so long. So I'm going to get it out, and we're going to take it for a rip today. Make sure that the tires are inflated properly, make sure that the air suspension is inflated properly, maybe give her some more gas, get her diesel heater running, and just keeping her all systems go, so to speak. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's hit the road.
You've been told, but no one's been a friend of mine. From the day you drove the car to the riverbed, they'd never heard what I've said. So pardon me for acting wise. I know what hides behind those eyes. Where do we go when the fight comes knocking at our door? Where do we hide when they're changing all the reasons why? 91 number of disguises used to cover up truth about the one I love and left me back in 91. They say it was the reason.
Hi, big fella. It's been a minute.
So pardon me, I have to run before you're just another one. Where do we go when the fight comes knocking at our door? Where do we hide when they're changing all the reasons why? Where do we stand when the lies feel like a rubber band? Where do we run when there's no one there to grab the gun?
All right, feeling pretty good so far, but that's not the only drive we're going to take him on. Unfortunately, I didn't make myself a coffee this morning, and well, it's been far too long anyway, so it's time to get back to my basics. Boom! Welcome back to the party, pal. It's been a hot minute since I had a Revita. And this, Community Natural Foods, they stock them here, which is great. And it was sort of like on my way, although I was a little bit nervous about what the parking lot would be like with the bus, but we fit in here just fine. Oh, unfortunately, they didn't have my favorite flavors, mango and apple pear, in stock. So I went instead, of course, with Divine Strawberry. And I believe this is, Midnight Blackberry. If you don't know why I'm talking about this, it's a local company right here in Calgary that is an alternative for energy drinks and coffee. And if you've seen how I've drank my coffee in the past, you know why I prefer these at the ripe old age of 40. Okay, moving right along. Actually, before we get back on the road, getting big fella moving, I should check his air suspension. For that, just need a tire gauge, and we're gonna come over to these ports right here on his side, take off the valve covers, and let's see, these things should be around 80 PSI. Well, what about that? Look at that. That means there must not be any leaks. I haven't filled these things up in months. Hi, and check. Oh, shit. Well, that one's a little low. All right, let's get ourselves the pump. Put the cap back on this one because we know it's fine. We'll inflate this sucker. All right. Excellent. All right, you get on there. Lock you on and go. Yeah, 11.5. All right, went to 85 because when you take this off, you lose a little bit of air if you're not fast enough about it. Yeah, we're still good. I guess I should have said, you're gonna lose some air, but if you're not fast enough about it, you're gonna lose a lot of air. So that's why I like to put a little bit more in, and we are spot on at 80. I don't know if you can see that. It's 80. Okay, big fella, let's go for a rip. Probably to a gas station and get some diesel to run his diesel heater a little bit, make sure it's still tip-top shape. I got about just under half a tank in the bus as well. Maybe we'll put a little bit in. It's a large tank though, so we'll see. Which way are we gonna escape from this parking lot? This way. I'm coming back. Oh yeah, backup camera. Anybody back there? No small children? Excellent, you should all be in school anyway. Tally freaking ho. Don't forget to turn it off.
Take my time with, fantasize with, see you now and see you later. Supersonic, so iconic, fashion sense might break the wall. It got me on my worst behavior. Screw what my mama says, I don't care if she thinks that I'm a little bit messed up. I'll bite the bullet for a little bit, just cause I like the way that you drive, ignoring all the red lights. Like a jukebox, baby, different song every day. I'm spending all my money just so I can hit play. In every song I sing along, you're like a jukebox, baby. And I waste time. She's exactly what I wanted. Any day now, she might take the train out, play my favorite songs for somebody else. Screw what my mama says, I don't care if she thinks that I'm a little bit messed up. I'll bite the bullet for a little bit, just cause I like the way that you drive, ignoring all the red lights. You're like a jukebox, baby, different.
All right, well, that was a pretty good clip. Nice, decent drive. We got this whole parking lot to ourselves. Cannot complain about that. Big fella's still running. Didn't use too much gas. A little bit more below half now, obviously. That's how fuel works. I didn't stop at a gas station yet. Figured we'd come out here and just relax for a bit. I also want to check how the power systems are going in here. So if I come into my Renogy app, you can see I've got both my charge controllers in here. We got one for Lucky, which is, well, nowhere around us right now, so it makes sense that it's not connecting. We got big fella over here, and we've only got 11 watts coming in, so I'm assuming that's because the battery, yep, is tippy-topped up. So, excellent. The DC to DC charger, taking a break. And let's see, I didn't check the diesel either. We'll turn this sucker on. It's not especially cold in here, but since it is a larger space to heat, it would be nice to have it a little bit warmer in here. Come down here, we'll turn on the kill switch. There we go. And then power up the diesel heater. Is that on max? 20, actually we don't want it on max. Just 20 degrees is fine. What is this actually saying that it is in here right now? Okay, it's 9 degrees in here right now. Well, that's a warm 9 for sure. Let's see, let's come back here. Yeah, the bed area is pretty chilly. Let in some light. Hello world. You can also open up the window here. Let in some more light over there. There we go. Nice large space. I tell you, every time I do this, which isn't often, take the bus for a rip though, you know, if somebody doesn't buy it soon, I'm just gonna keep it and I'm gonna squirrel it away for a rainy day. My big reason for choosing Lucky over the bus is because I know myself so well. And back then, when I was weighing my options and talking about it, I knew that I would have immediately started making this a project, tearing stuff out, building stuff to my liking, whatever, what have you. And I didn't want to be putting the money into that. As time has gone on, I've definitely sort of zenned myself out, and I could easily park this and leave it for the future and make it a project at a later date. Future Matthew problem, you know what I mean? I'd prefer to sell it. It would just make things easier right now, but you know, these little rips definitely get my mind going. Jerry cans down here. They got one for diesel, one for gas. They're looking a little inflated. There's nothing really in them right now, but yeah, pressure nonetheless. So we'll release those so we don't have any explosions. Although, woo! Oh yeah, now big fella smells all sorts of funky. All right, well, since we're here, we will let him take a little break. You did good getting us here. No muss, no fuss, no problems. Started up even better than Lucky. Is what it is. Yeah, diesel heater kicked up, no problem. First try, boom. Talk about the potential. And I look at it, you know, there's one place on this rig I have yet to be. And today, I gotta change that. All right, this is how Van Life Plus goes, for sure. Bloody fans. I'm gonna go this way. Let's go see what big fella's roof looks like. Maybe close the door first. Don't let any of those winter bugs get in. What? Oh, hey, how you doing? Look at that solar panel. It's so neat and tidy up here compared to Lucky. Oh, I think that would hold me no problem. It's just a matter of getting up. This telescopic ladder gets weaker and weaker the higher you get, you know? I mean, I think it would hold me, but is that a risk I'm willing to take? Probably. No, probably not. I changed my mind. I am too close to getting what I actually want out of my life to risk some moronic fall all the way down here where there doesn't seem to be another soul, except for everybody up there on Stony Trail and that guy going by in his red delivery truck. I say nay. This is big fella's roof. Looks pretty good. Nice and solid. Actually, what I am curious about is how this solar panel is attached. It looks like they just... Is that construction adhesive? This wasn't Ian who put this up here, I don't believe. I believe it was the previous owner. He's a man after my own heart. Just slap some construction adhesive around the edge. Little rim job for you. That sucker's not going anywhere. The only reason I'm sort of like taking note of that is because I'm wanting to redo Lucky's solar panels. And I've been like rolling around in my head, like legs and brackets and every other darn thing, and I had to just glue them to the roof. How did I miss that? Probably because the idea of permanently mounting a solar panel on a roof isn't the best idea. You want to be able to remove them because they don't last forever, but I bet you with enough prying and the right tool, you could get under there and pry it up if this solar panel decided to unalive itself. This one is still working just fine. All right, let's get off this ladder before we die. No death today. No death today. Ha! Yeah, it's no secret around this channel for the people that are like invested in watching all of my stuff and tuning into all of the live streams. But you don't even have to do all of that to know that I used to love making movies. And that's sort of where my creativity started. Back when I was like 11 years old, that's when I first discovered the magic of a video camera. And then as the years went on, you know, the creative process of writing a story in your mind and then bringing it to life in more ways than just words on a page. I got nothing but respect for writers, but for me, it's always been about the visual storytelling. I mean, I guess I say it's always been, like I know for sure, but I think as a creature that is attracted to this sort of medium, it's an ever-evolving experience. But that's what I used to do with my friends, and I've talked about that ad nauseum here on the channel, right? I would write movies, I would write them with my friends in mind, and then we would get the camera and we'd film it, I would edit it, I'd be in the bloody things, and it was a huge part of my childhood, as well as my teenage years, and even into my adulthood. You know, the last time I put pen to paper, metaphorically speaking, of course, was back in 2014, and I brought a web series to life, which we've watched on the live streams, and that was a lot of fun. And I remember back in around, it was about probably 2007, 2008 or so, I was living in an apartment with Jenna at the time, and I wrote this screenplay, and it kind of will always haunt me just a little bit, you know, because it's a screenplay that I never filmed, but I got nothing but really good feedback from everybody who read it. And now one thing that I never really did with my movies, for the majority of them, was do read-throughs, like with my cast, which is, you know, it can be a very integral part of the creative process of bringing a movie to life, and it can be a lot of fun. You can see how, you know, the different actors and actresses are going to play off of each other and whatnot. But that's never something I really did. I've done 2 of them, I believe, in my entire run of making these independent films, just for fun, right? And this was the first time I did it. It was with this screenplay that I never actually produced. I did attempt to film it on a couple different occasions, but it never came to life. But there was this time back, like I said, in 2007, 2008, where I'd written this screenplay. It was about 120 pages long. I had everybody in mind. And one of the characters in that screenplay I had written for my, well, not new anymore at the time. He had been my brother-in-law for quite a few years at this point. Both my niece and nephew had been born. They all lived in Edmonton. I was in Calgary, obviously. And I wrote this part for him, and I reached out to him and my sister, and without hesitation, they both agreed to come down and be part of this read-through, which was really just a one evening thing in the apartment. All my buddies came over. I even had Jenna read a part at the time as well. And it was probably, you know, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours maybe. I'll see if I can find some of that footage maybe, but it may have been lost to the annals of time. Is that a thing? I don't know. But yeah, it's just having my older sister come down and support me just for that was so cool. Like her and my brother-in-law, like he came down and he read, because there was a part written specifically for him. And basically my sister was just being sort of like, not a proofreader, but like a script supervisor in a way. She was following along, helping give notes when she thought it was appropriate, which was just super cool as a little brother to have your older sister support you and be part of this creative process. By the way, like a creative process that really isn't going anywhere. Like none of this was meant to earn money. It was all just strictly for fun. You know, that was always my like mantra when I was making these movies with my friends throughout the years. I would always say, if we are not having fun, if this gets too stressful to the point where we're miserable and where there's no more enjoyment to be had through the process of making the movie, then we're doing it wrong. And I truly believe that, because why make a fictional piece of art for somebody else to consume and watch if you had a miserable time making it? And I know there's lots of stories on movies that are just phenomenal, but the shooting conditions were terrible. We're not Hollywood. We never were. I was never trying to be. I was just trying to lean into my hobby, make it the best I can be. But what I took away from those experiences the most was how enjoyable it was to have everybody together, and they're bringing my words to life, and we're laughing and we're seeing what works. And yeah, that was a really fun night. I filmed it. I was talking about, like, there might be footage somewhere of it. I filmed it just with a static camera, just set it up so I could watch back to see how everybody was, interacting with each other. Because when you're in the moment, you can only watch so much and take so much in, and you can find a lot of nuance after the fact that you might have missed that first time through. And it'll always just stick with me how cool it was, because everybody else that was part of this intended production lived in Calgary. But for my sister and my brother-in-law to drive, almost 3 hours down just for one night, I mean, they probably got a hotel. I don't know if I put them up. This was a 1-bedroom apartment that I had with Jenna at the time, and that's probably not what happened. So they probably, shelled out money to get themselves a hotel room, and I'm pretty sure turned around and went back to Edmonton the next day. And it will always be so cool for me to know that my big sister had my back like that, and just to be part of this creative process just for fun. And there was so much of that. She brought so much of that to my life. It was just absolutely amazing. And it's just probably one of the reasons I stuck with it and decided to do this with my life. And look what's come of it, right? I wish, no regrets, but I definitely wish I had given it a fair shake a little bit sooner in life. I deal with a lot of getting older and physical pain now, which is part of life. And I'm very fortunate that I have the community here on YouTube and that I can share all of these stories with everybody. That's the one thing I look back and I just wish I would have taken the chance sooner, right? Because I got in my head, I'm like, I'm never going to be in Hollywood. I'm never going to be able to make movies for a living. There's a part of me still to this day that doesn't consider me a movie maker in that traditional definition of the sense. But if I take a step back and look at what I am doing, that's what I'm doing every day. I'm creating movies for everybody here to watch, and that is so incredible. So yeah, it's just the sort of stuff that is on my mind a lot. If I haven't said it lately, I appreciate each and every one of you. I am no longer alone. It looks like the delivery truck driver from Staples is joining me. Hello, sir. How are you? There is not a Staples in sight. Well, we're out here now. Big fella is up to snuff. Should probably, actually, you know what? Let's check the diesel. Just see how full this tank is. Bring this up here, grab our clip. There we go. Easy access. Oh, frick. I'm glad I didn't stop. That thing is chock full. As I mentioned in previous videos, like when Calgary was going through that really cold snap a couple weeks back, I guess it's more than a couple at this point, but I didn't run the heater in the bus at all. I just let her become a tomb because I just didn't see the point of wasting resources. When you have a sealed battery or like a AGM battery, yeah, sure, all batteries don't like the cold, but lithium batteries, they especially don't like the cold. Whereas these batteries, I didn't feel as bad about just leaving out in that cold weather. Let's take a peek in the door here and see. Yeah, see? Battery looks fine to me. All systems are go. Well done. You don't need no lithium battery right now. But look at this rat's nest. You know what? You see rat's nest, I see potential. Put a pin in it. Always something to do. Oop. There we go. Ooh, big train. All right, let's come in here. Ooh, she's nice and warm in here now. Wow. All right, I think, well, let me see. This is the test. Oh, wow, that warmed up fast. I don't know what kind of mattress is on this bed, but it's probably got some sort of like memory foam or gel in it, because when it gets cold, it gets pretty rock hard, but when it gets warm, it gets soft right away. So we can come back over here. We'll only be here for a little bit longer, but for now, we can turn this sucker down Just keep the bus at about 10. What are we at now? What did it get itself up to? 17! Yeah, that's nice and warm when you can see the temperature. Okay, heater is back off. Weather is getting beautiful out here. I need to use a washroom though. I don't have a bottle and there's nothing around. Yeah, I could go wander into the bush, but yeah, maybe I will do that. Either way though, in the interest of the current quest that is happening around here, there is a place not too far from here that I've never been to. I don't know if they will have anything to fulfill the quest, but it might be nice to just check it out regardless. So, all right, big fella, let's get back on the road. Yeah, listen to that. Just fire right up. Good job. Hot stuff. Don't forget your spectacles. Helps to see the small children. Okay. And away we go. Yeah, this north location of the Calgary Farmers Market. It is very imposing and stands out as you're passing by it on 16th Avenue up here. And I've never come in. There's also a ton of people here already, so I don't know where I'm going to park this tiny Fiat. But we'll figure it out and we'll head inside. I don't know if it's just produce or if it's everything else. I mean, all the other Calgary farmer market places around, well, Calgary usually have multiple booths of multiple goods, so who knows? Maybe something with the quest will be achieved. Why is nobody parked there? Oh, well. Fire hydrant. We're just going to take this spot way out here and we're going to go for a little bit of a walk because I don't feel like fighting with anybody when it comes to this oh so tiny bus. All right. Here we go.
Admit that you love that. You know the worst thing about fakers is when they're crawling home begging. I don't think so. I must admit there was something in the way you looked at me. You were a mess and you know that. So take the blame, you were never mine. Well, that was it, we were trying. Then the fact is you're not here. You were a mess and you know that. So take the blame, you were never mine.
Okay, so way more high-end than I thought. So lots of produce from all over Canada, and lots of like really classy artisan goods, but nothing like used old retro stuff like that, which is totally fine. So obviously got myself a little baggie of pear Jelly Bellies, the best flavor of Jelly Bellies. Fight me. And apparently this is my life now. I've fallen in love ever since Byron gave me the sandalwood back at the end of chapter 4. I've loved looking through beaded bracelets and seeing what I can get. So I just got myself a tiger's eye one. It was the only one that was really of my size. But the girl at the booth where they make these says they are bringing in extra large sizes because she doesn't want to have a lot of sad men. I feel like that was directed right at me, but probably not. I'm just being paranoid. So yeah, I got the tiger's eye on there. And that's a bust for that. That is A-okay. There's a couple more things I do want to pick up. So where I want to go is nowhere near where we are. How the hell do I get out of here? And mission accomplished. We got ourselves another bottle of Dutchman Dairy milk. Been far too long. And I have been on the hunt for a bottle of this Johnny Walker Gold Label Reserve. This came with very specific instructions. So one of my longtime supporters, Sean, otherwise known as Camaro Sean, how you doing, sir? Sent me a very generous PayPal donation with a note that he was going to write me a letter explaining even more reasons why. But honestly, dude, I mean, as much as I'm looking forward to the letter, I just appreciate you being here, my man. And he said that it was to treat myself in Brooklyn to a nice dinner out and for a bottle of booze. And he strongly recommended Gold Label Reserve. So it is now in my possession. I'm actually a fan of Johnny Walker. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say fan, but I enjoy a good Scotch every once in a while. I have not had the pleasure of trying the Gold Label Reserve. I have had the red label, the black label, and the blue label. The red label is hot garbage. Black label's delicious. The blue, I don't understand why it's so expensive. And this one, we're going to give it a shot right now. Back in the good ship Lucky, going to make ourselves some food. We got ice being made in the ice maker because I'm an adult and I can do whatever I want. Better get this bad boy open while we wait. Looks like we can just do that on the perforation here. Oh, and it's going to be a cork situation. Let's hope it's a bit of a higher quality cork than some maple syrup we've had around here. Nice looking bottle. Ooh, I can already smell it. It smells great. Obviously, I'm a rum guy, but oh yeah, that's nice. Penny, you want a whiff? I don't think that's going to do much for you. That's Gold Label Reserve from Sean. Oh yeah, let's get that on some rocks, eh? You betcha. Got our ice. Got a little bit of Scotch. Cork that bottle back up. There you go. Oh, And our microwave meal's pretty much ready. I hear you, Penny. M&M meats, classic, with a side of scotch. Just a good looking dinner. So long as you're not like super picky. Or I guess super snobby. Got our sweet and sour chicken. Got our scotch that's been on the rocks for a little bit now. Sean, cheers, my man. Thank you again, sir. I appreciate it. Well, everybody, I think that is it for this one. I'm going to stick this in my face hole, get on with the rest of my evening here. And I'm going to say, as always, thank you very much for watching. And until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, just be positive. And remember, only dead fish go with the flow. Bone apple tits.